Your player spotlight on a Thursday morning. Talk to me.
Yes, Siaki Ika out of Baylor. And that's actually my spotlight today. A projected second-round pick, interior defensive lineman. And there you go, see it right there, 6'4", 358. Big fella. Played in 12 games this year. Career sacks, 7. Again, this is an interior defensive lineman who has the upside to get after the quarterback, to be able to create pressure on the interior. But this isn't Cansey. This isn't Carter. This is someone that will be available in the second round. Key traits: quality pass rusher, size, first step. I mean, the speed. It was recorded. He ran a 5.40, 40-yard dash. I mean, at 6'4", 358. It's not terrible, but really the upside for drafting Siaki Ika is what he can do on the interior. I mean, coming out of high school, he's a 4-star recruit, committed to LSU, played there for 2 years, didn't play a lot, transferred to Baylor, and that's when you really started to see more and more of those flashes. I mean, the career hurries, 40. Just watching some of the film on Siaki Ika, it's clear to me, not only, if you want a guy that can be solid against the run, there's still a lot of things he's got to improve on, obviously, like a lot of these rookies, but I think there's more upside with his run defense, really. I mean, for him to be 6'4", 358, you like him to be a little more productive against the run. You watching some of the film this year at Baylor, he was just in the wrong spot in a couple occasions. But again, that's just awareness. That's stuff that's going to come. I think the upside is what he can do clogging the middle. I mean, the size, the stature, the physicality. I mean, this is a guy who, for the Lions at least, you look at what their needs are. Not only like a guy like Aleem who can do a lot of the things Ika can do, but Ika has that upside to be able to create a pass rush. Having an interior pass rush with Aiden, James Houston, you guys know the significance of that. And for a guy that you don't have to get in the first round, that will be there in the second round, there's a ton of upside with that. Now, where will he go in the first round? Or excuse me, the second round? I would say probably later second round. I mean, depending on what Brad Holmes does in the first round, if you trade up and get Jalen Carter, none of this is relevant. But it's somebody that you're going to have to at least consider drafting in the second round, especially if you go corner, an edge rusher. Maybe you can get a Siaki Ika to kind of shore up the middle. We loved Bugs this year for what Bugs was able to do, and Bugs was productive at times. I mean, he just was solid all year. I think Siaki Ika is a little more upside. It's kind of like, he reminds me a lot of Vita Vea, just a giant human being who can do wonders. Now, won't always show up on the stat sheet, but the impact on the game itself is what intrigues me the most about Siaki Ika. The quarterback pressures. Again, if you're talking about weaknesses, he doesn't have the best technique. He's pretty much relying on just sheer physicality. But still, those are things that, again, you can coach, right? I mean, the being fundamentally sound, or again, playing too high, like certain things you look at when you're watching his film, that's stuff that you assume he's going to be able to work on. But he's an intriguing prospect, and I wanted to bring him up because you're seeing him more and more in mock drafts. I mean, if he can reach to what his projection is as a player, there is no doubt at his size, he's going to have to draw attention to him.